So this is on the Carnival Magic. This is interior cabin 6450 for the cabin tour. So when you go ahead and get in, you have the key card. So this is one of the rooms where you just slide the key card right in here to open. So when you first walk in, this is the light switch. That is the main light switch that will turn things on and off. Make sure that you have a card in here, whether it's your room card or a credit card or any sort of something that will slide right in here, because that is how your lights down. If you don't have something in here, this light switch will not work. So as you come in, this is set up, the interior cabin, for a king size bed, but it also will split apart. One bed going to this side, one bed going to this side, and then the nightstands that are on either side will go into the middle. So that is one option that you have, or you can have it set up this way depending upon your party. In this room, there are no pullmans because this room sleeps only 2 people. But if there were pullmans, you would have them coming down from the ceiling and along the walls on either side. So there are many interior cabins that will sleep up to 4. As you walk in, you will have your desk area on one side with your beach towels. There'll be the number of beach towels that is equal to the number of people who are in the room. Do not lose these. If you lose them and don't have them in your room, they will charge you for them. But this is perfect for you to take, whether it's to the pool if you want, although the pool has checkout for you. This is usually what I use on port days, where I will go ahead and bring them onto the different ports so that I've got a towel for my excursions. I do have little welcome gifts, but this is not normally there. So just thank you to Carnival for that. And then you will have your phone that allows you to set your wake up calls, make reservations, call guest services, and then also order room service. The continental breakfast is complimentary. Additional room service does have a charge to it. And then if you'll notice for the plugs, there are both 120 volt plugs right here, and there's 2. And then on the other side over here, you're gonna have your 230 volt plug. This also is the light that turns on the mirror lights, so depending upon what you want to have there. And you will also have glasses, so if you want water in the middle of the night or if you have a bottle of wine, this is what you can go ahead and use. They will replace them as things get dirty and have that for you. There is a nice, lovely sized mirror, so there's plenty of room to get ready here. And then in this top drawer is where you're going to find the hairdryer. If you take a look at it, clearly this is not a very high-powered hairdryer, but it is something. So it'll run. You just press the little button, and you can have it on max or on minimum, depending upon how much you want to dry. I would never have it on minimum. In fact, this I recommend that you probably have your own hairdryer because it does not dry a ton. And then under here, you just have additional storage space. If you have cleaning service you want to have done, that is right here. These are the bags that your laundry go into, and this is the form that you fill out. There is a charge to that unless you are a certain level. Again, here are the drawers. You can see the drawers have a little bit of wear and tear on them. That's because the Magic is one of, not the newest ships out there. So it's a little bit dated and a little bit worn, but they work just fine. Same thing over here. This is where you are going to find your refrigerator. There's a little bit of a shelving unit, and then this is the fridge in here. It's not a huge fridge, but it works. I will give you the huge recommendation that if you are going to use this, get your washcloth or something and just put it right here so it props the door open just a tiny bit. That allows more circulation to go into your refrigerator and keeps things a lot cooler. Otherwise, it just is not able to cool things off. And then in this cabinet is where you're going to have your safe. This is the 4-digit locking safe, so you set your own code each individual time. Put in whatever numbers you want, 9876, whatever, press lock. It will lock, and then you press the same exact code again, press it again to unlock, and then this is what's inside. This is a small safe. This is not going to hold a laptop. This is not going to hold an iPad. It'll hold an iPad mini, but that's probably about it. But this is great for jewelry, for your phones if you want to keep them there, and especially for any money or documents like your passport and so forth. And that again is just in this little area behind the cabinets. Up this way, you do have a television. As I said, this is not one of the newest ships, so the television is a little bit smaller than some of the other ones, but it works just fine. On this part is where you're gonna have some hooks for hanging. There are just 2. This used to be your snoozing and cruising. It's now just snoozing and snoozing. So if you don't wanna have the housekeeping come or your cabin steward come and disturb you, just stick that on your door. And then when we come over to the nightstands, you've got your lamp. It's just a manual turn on for the lamp. And then nice handy thing right here in the middle. This will also turn off the main light, so you don't have to worry about having to get up in the middle of the night or when you're going to bed and turning off the main light and then waking your way to bed and not being able to see anything. So this is this part of the room. And I'll go ahead and check out the closets. So this is where you're gonna have your closets. In here, you've got shelving units, which is great to store your folded items and so forth. And then you've got extra bedding down at the bottom. And that, I'm gonna believe, is when you have the beds separated, will be in there. You have the old-fashioned hangers. I don't love these because they're kind of a pain to get on and off the different hooks, but they work. So notice that there are not a ton of hangers in here. If you have much to hang, I'm gonna suggest that you bring your own hangers because there's plenty of room to have other hangers. You just don't have them from Carnival. There is a shelf up on top, and then down at the bottom, honestly, this is where we store our shoes, just to keep them out of the way because it is not a huge cabin, as you can tell, but it works just fine. And then there is one additional closet over here, and this is where you're gonna have a couple more hangers. Literally, there's 4 more. So there's not a ton, but there are some in here. Up above, this is where you're gonna find your life jackets. After you've done your muster, they do request that you check to make sure they work, just a heads up. And then nothing below. So for the bathroom, the light is on the outside, which is not my favorite feature, but just know about this because if you get up in the middle of the night, the light's on the outside, the door opens this way, and everyone gets woken up because the light is on. I have battery operated candles that I bring, and they work perfectly just to give a little bit of light and let people go into the bathroom at night without having to use that giant light. You've got your commode, no surprise. There are plenty of towels, a magnifying mirror, which is everyone's favorite feature, as well as a large mirror that allows you to get ready. You've got your sink, of course, and there are some shelves, if you notice, which are perfect for you to store all your bathroom necessities. They do have them on each side. So there's generally plenty of room for that piece of it. The other thing that I will point out in the bathroom is this is where you've got a charger. You have to open it up from down below. And then this one is both the 120 volt and the 230 volt in the same package. So it's great for if you've got a razor and so forth, or if you just need an extra charging station. However, if I remember right, this actually does not charge unless the light is on in here. So my husband has charged stuff and found that it has not actually charged when he's used that. So just be aware. You do also have a shower, and it's, again, not a huge shower, but it works. With this, you're going to want to make sure that you adjust the temperature, and then you go ahead and turn it on as well. So these actually are not, oh, they are labeled good. They're in Fahrenheit. 30 is pretty warm. So just make sure you know what the temperature is that you want to be putting in before you're going to turn this one to turn the shower on. It is an adjustable shower head, so you can go ahead and have it at the height that you want it to, and this does come out so you can have a handheld if you would like. And of course, because we know that we are going to be getting wet when we're on a cruise, there is the pull shower or clothesline that just hooks right in here that allows you to let your stuff dry. We also bring magnetic hooks because it's a whole lot easier. And then Carnival has just shampoo and shower gel. I bring my own. There's no conditioner, and I find the shampoo is a little bit drying and not my favorite. So this is not something that I'm going to include. And then there is a little shelf to carry or to hold it if you're bringing your own, in addition obviously to using the floor or just bringing it in and out of the shower each time. Also in the bathroom, you do have your Kleenex that is right here. There are extras and they will refill that for you. There is a trash can if you need it. And then if you are on your menstrual cycle, there are bags to dispose of pads and tampons right here. So again, this is where you're at. You've got your closets, you've got your little desk with the refrigerator, your entire room, and then another kind of planning desk, getting ready area with the phone and your hairdryer in that top drawer. This is the Carnival Magic interior cabin that has 2 people per cabin. Any questions? Go ahead and leave them below. And obviously right here, which is next to the bathroom, you do have your temperature control, so you can just literally turn the dial down to the coldest up to the warmest depending upon your preferred temperature. Ours started out at the coldest. It's not super cold in here, so we're just gonna leave it like that.